So, another thing that we have looked at that we've saw that's going to be happening is Instagram Live. They've basically tried to stop the replay feature because they are now trying to monetize off of it, which I definitely understand, but it's just like you always gotta find a way to make some money off something that's free.
And things can't be free forever. So most people need to understand, if we using these applications, we using these apps, let's figure out the features and the changes that may occur. The reason I say that, of course, like Jessica said, it was lovely. And they don't even allow, not even are they just changing the live, or they starting to charge for the live. Now you can't even see replays on live anymore. Like, they don't even have that replay option. And that was critical, because I used to have a lot of people that I would check out, and I wouldn't check them out directly live, but I definitely was on that replay game. So now that they cut that out, it's like you'll see more people, more influencers doing posts. Hey, I'm going on live at 9 p.m. today. Like, it's going to be more announcements for the live rather than just hopping on lives, because their replay value is pretty much over with.
Yeah.
So that's just something to think about. Instagram, like we said, is starting to charge. What does that mean to me? The record labels have something to do, some deal behind the scenes with these platforms, because obviously all these artists was having so many viewers coming on, so they looking for a way to capitalize and be able to monetize during this pandemic. So I'm not mad at them at all for doing so. Like Jessica said, obviously we would want it to continue to be free. But we have to remember, these platforms, we don't own these platforms. So they can change and do whatever they want, whenever they want. A quick tip that I would say, if you're an entrepreneur or you have a business or anything, get you an email listing. That way you cutting out the middleman. So these platforms that it's on, you still have a way to contact your customer or contact another business directly, just in case something happened to your Instagram or your Facebook gets hacked. Email marketing is huge. Shout out to Sierra C, because she put me on email marketing. She like the best one doing it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Now, let's talk about what you were watching last night. And since we're talking about Instagram Live, this was an Instagram Live.
Yeah,
so
I definitely... I don't think we were filming when Erykah Badu and Jill Scott did theirs. Now, that was my Mother's Day gift to myself.
Mother's Day.
Like,
that was Mother's Day. It was
I
sweet
wanted
too.
to see Erykah Badu when her and Common were coming in town, because I love Erykah Badu. But it got canceled, which isn't a great thing, for the people that were supposed to be going. But, COVID-19 came through and said, nah, we're not doing it. But I was really bummed out that I didn't get a ticket in time. So, if I was gonna go, it was gonna be in a very, very, very nice seat. I wasn't gonna be in the rafters. But their live was great. Her and Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott too. Both of them are just phenomenal. I was in the clouds. You should have seen Vaughn, because I was in the kitchen dancing. I was yelling. I had my wine. It was a good vibe. Last night, once again, for the vibes, I had my hookah set up and my wine. It was the Luda and Nelly battle, which was great. Nelly, yeah, that Wi-Fi was, he was on the Teddy Riley time with the Wi-Fi, which is okay.
Man, initially I had already told you. I said,
no, you told me
Ludacris is about to smoke him.
Ludacris
not playing.
I'm not gonna say that he got smoked.
And I would say this: Nelly may even have bigger hits, but I don't see no artist beating Ludacris in a song battle, just simply because he used to be a DJ, so he know how to control the crowd. He know exactly what he doing. Artists is artists. They can have great songs, but if the combination and the selection not in right, like, what song was it? Nelly played Dilemma, which is an all-time classic.
Hey.
And Ludacris followed up with that Lovers and Friends.
Yeah.
And I told you, I said, you know what, that's it. I mean, because Nelly really, what other song do Nelly got that dilemma that's gonna follow up behind dilemma? Yeah.
Man, Nelly got some bangers.
He got
Let's not
bangers.
play
We
Nelly.
got bangers, and he kept on playing. It was enjoyable, but I ain't heard nobody say that Nelly beat Luda, and both of them are legends.
No.
So
He definitely didn't beat Luda. Luda definitely got that one.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong.
But we ain't gonna act like Nelly got swept. He ain't get swept now. He definitely he hung in there.
I'm from Atlanta. Luda, what's going on? You know, you held it down, but no, Nelly, that was enjoyable, you know, for us to be able to tune into. I didn't watch much of it. I know Jessica was on it yesterday, so
I'm a music lover in case you guys didn't know.
last Tuesday, we actually was in for a treat. It was our first time trying something new. You know, Jessica was initially against it. I must say she wasn't for it, and it was probably my fault because I didn't, you know, prep her for it first. You know, I just kind of, hey, we doing this. This is what we got scheduled to do for today. So, you know, hey, fellas, do you get all the posts? You see all the posts where all the ladies say, hey, they want to say that, or hey, get ready. We going out. We going out to eat tonight. Get dressed. So that's pretty much what I was doing, except we wasn't going out to eat tonight. Hey, be here at this time, be back home at this time, or be ready. We got a disc assessment. And, you know, she wasn't sure what it was. And we're going to explain a little bit what it was and how it impacted us and how we're going to use it moving forward in our business and just like in our regular lives. So pretty much we took David Shan's disc assessment, disc plus assessment. What the disc is, it pretty much helps you identify information that you already know specifically. It's an assessment that takes a look at your values, your attributes, things that motivate you and show you what your superpowers are, as well as your blind sides. So we don't have weaknesses unless we are trying to make that a strength. So if we have something that we're not that good at, but we're trying to make it a strength, that's when weaknesses occur. And I know for myself, I didn't necessarily know that until the disc assessment. Jessica, what did you think about it?
I actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, like I was saying, David Shands kind of explained what it was and what we would be getting out of it, what information we wanted to get out of it, and basically how he would be asking us what we thought we got out of it at the end. It was actually really good. It was very spot on for me. A lot of the things I think I initially thought when it comes to like business and myself, the disc assessment showed to be very true.
Yeah, the main thing for me, like I was saying, one thing that I've seen that I was a high I. For an example, me being a high I means that I value the experience of things over necessarily the results. I enjoy, you know, helping others, even at times where they don't want to help themselves. And that was something that Jessica is on the other end of. She's like, if people not even trying to help themselves, she's not helping them at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whether you're a high I or a low I or a high D or a low D or S or C, you know, you need each and every one of those individuals a part of your team in order to have the perfect team. You know, that's how you cover your blind spots. So me being a high I over a D means that I care more about the experience. If we having a party, I want to make sure that everybody is enjoying themselves at the party rather than I care about what's being the money that's being checked at the door. You know, you need somebody else that's demanding, that's focused on the bag, that cares and makes sure it's not going to be a penny less than what it's supposed to be. Then you need somebody that's outgoing, somebody to make sure that the crowd is having a good time. Then you have to have somebody that's pretty much going to dot the I's and cross the T's. They might be moving a little slower, but they are very detailed and make sure that the one that's moving so quickly, anything that they might have missed, they're catching it for us. And then you have some people that are perfectionists, you know, that move off of procedures and systematic, very high systematics. It was an interesting disc assessment. We also learned, like me, for myself, my superpower is my self-esteem. Like, my self-esteem is all the way up 9.8. Self-confidence, and that's really how I probably feel like I'm able to motivate others, because I motivate myself a lot of times. Jessica, you can tell them in regards to what was your superpower. What did you find out about yourself that you already knew? In regards to what is something that you that we said that, or that was shown, that is one of your superpowers. In regards to you being a researcher, or obviously you being into conspiracy theories.
I am into conspiracy theories. Everybody thinks I'm weird for that, but or they don't know that about me. But yeah, I'm into like the research aspect of things. I am like a perfectionist, so I almost will not put things out because they're not exactly how I want them to be, which I struggle with. Which I'm gonna try to learn to break the habit of that. They say if you don't start, you never finish.
Yeah, nothing gets started. If you're trying to perfect doesn't exist, because you'll be trying to perfect one at the first episode, and we can't never get to 30. So my main thing is, like, let's just get it done. Let's get them out. Let's see how the listeners is going to enjoy it. But, I have to still understand that, Jessica is a researcher. So we may not necessarily, I don't know if Jessica's doing it now, but based off of our disc assessment, her being in her bag is us being able to give her opportunity to research and dive into, interesting facts that we may not know. That's her being in her bag. Me in my bag is just, my motivation, I guess, just me just talking, doing my thing, what I'm used to doing. But we're going to switch up some segments based off of our strengths and see if that makes a better podcast. I believe it certainly will for us.
Yeah, we're going to be adding like a random fact.
So that's going to be
random
Jessica.
Facts on here.
She's going to be digging deep for the random facts. And of course, I'll keep the story time. We always are telling stories to be able to tune in to our listeners.
And speaking of stories, I think we have one to go into.
We'll get into that later. We're not going to get into that right just yet. I don't want to get into that one just yet, because I think it's good to close out with that. But we certainly want to give a shout out to David Shan for the disc assessment. It really helped us. Shout out to our boy Jovan Palmer. And if y'all want a disc assessment, you definitely want to hit up Jovan or Dave on their Instagrams, because it's really helpful, honestly. It's helpful in the way that you communicate with your partner. It's helpful in the way how you're going to moving forward in your business. And you want to get the perfect team. We don't need 3 Shaqs. You don't need everybody to be the same as you. You need people to cover your blind spots, so now is no weakness. You got a full team. You got your Shaq, Kobe, Phil Jackson, and Derek Fisher. All my sports fans, they know exactly what I mean. That's how you make the perfect team, and that's how you make the dream team, or you do a 3-peat. But that's it on the disc assessment for now.